Hello, beautiful souls. It's Rosalie. I know it's been a little while since I have recorded a video, and I really felt guided to share this message and this gift and transmission that came through today from the fairy realm. And I wanted to speak a little bit about the fairy realm and how I'm able to receive and communicate with the fae. So part of my clairvoyant ability is that I'm able to perceive in my mind's eye beyond the veil, so to speak. And it's sort of like peering into another reality or like a dream realm. And so through my clairvoyance, it's like I'm able to see in my mind like a movie that is happening that is existing within non-ordinary time. So when I go into my meditation practice, it's like I'm here, but I'm also able to perceive like I'm somewhere else, if that makes sense. And many people access this, non-ordinary reality through meditation, through dreams, or through shamanic journeying. And it's really about opening the door in your mind beyond the linear and beyond the logical, because we exist sort of in time, right? So when we access reality outside of time or outside of the linear, then we start to access more of like the metaphorical realm or the dream realm or the non-linear, non-ordinary reality. So that's how I communicate with spirit and communicate with fairies and communicate with plants, animals, trees, and all the things. And so I wanted to share with you all about my experience this morning with, first it was the plants actually. I have these beautiful plants in my home that really bring so much life and energy into the space, and I've really bonded and developed with a relationship with each one of them. And so they feel me, and we have this reciprocal relationship. When I start to tune into them, it's like I can feel them and I can sort of hear them sort of expressing themselves, talking, so to speak, in my mind's eye. And today is like the most beautiful sunny day here in Canada. It's very cold and still snowy. It's like a blizzard out there, but the sun is shining. And as I was tuning into my meditation, I could feel all the plants just so excited and joyful to receive the energy of the sun that was coming through the windows. And they were all like, "Rosalie, today is a beautiful day." They're like, "It's the gift of the sun." And they were all celebrating like it was someone's birthday. And it's funny because in the human mind, the sun comes out. Quite often we take it for granted. We don't even really think that receiving the sun or the light is a grand celebration. But to all of my plants, they were just like open to receive. They were like all so excited to receive this energy. And they were, sort of sharing with me, this is abundance. Receive all of the beautiful abundance that this day brings. This is the gift of the sun. And so in my meditation, I closed my eyes and I was just opening to receive this energy. And I was, celebrating with them. I was sort of feeling like a plant in that moment where I was just soaking it all up, feeling all of the energy and the life force and the light, and connecting into my solar plexus and just recharging and really soaking it all up. And I could really feel just what a blessing it was, the simplicity of being so joyful to receive the energy of the sun. And I really feel like that's just something that we don't think about as much as humans. We don't really appreciate the gift that really is. And so I really put myself in the shoes of the plants, so to speak, and I was really celebrating with them, and I was receiving, and I was feeling really abundant just in the fact of how good it felt, how warm it felt, how energizing it felt to receive that. And so I was thinking about abundance and how, this is nature's abundance. When the sun comes out and the plants and the trees and the animals are able to receive that energy, that is like being basked with liquid gold, right? And so that took me into, my next sort of journey where I started to feel all of the fairies start to come in, as I was receiving and opening and feeling the blessings. I started to feel all of these little fae creatures, and they were starting to fly around me, and they were bringing me gifts because I said, I'm open to receive, I'm open to receive. I'm open to receiving the gifts and the blessings that this day has to offer. And so then, I saw all these little fairy folk, and they were bringing me things. And I saw this like a little fairy like rolling this big coin, like, metaphorically, like offering me something that, I would think was worth something, right? Because with, humans, it's like we want money, we want coins. And so it was like the sweet little fairy was rolling this big coin towards me. It was like, double their size, triple their size, and it was so sweet. And then I saw these like beautiful fairies coming in, and they were like placing a flower crown on my head, and they were just offering all of these gifts, and I was just feeling so loved and so appreciated. And that felt like so much like abundance, right? Just being able to receive. And then there was this little beautiful like childlike fairy, and she came up to me with this sweet little voice, and it was like so tiny. And she was like, Rosalie, I picked these flowers just for you. And she was this little tiny girl fairy, and she had given me like these little tiny bouquet of flowers. It was the tiniest little flowers, and I just wanted to cry because I'm like, that is the sweetest thing. I'm like, wow, like, thank you so much. And I started to realize something. I started to realize how differently we think in the human world, how we're sort of always in this cycle of lack because of how our culture has really created itself to feel like we always need more, and there's never enough, and somebody always seems to have more than us. And it really is this lack mindset. And I was really curious about that because it really does create a lot of misery and suffering to always feel like we never have enough. And it's very different in the nature world or in the animal kingdom or the fairy kingdom, where they always feel so rich with whatever they have. And so I wanted to share like that fairy medicine with all of you today, because the fairy medicine is that you always feel like you have enough and more to share, more to give. And so what I was seeing is that everyone was offering something from their hearts. Some of the fairies were bringing flowers, some of them were bringing coins and treasures and little trinkets, right? Things that they have, things that they found. And it sort of reminded me of when I was little and it was someone's birthday, and I would make a card, or I would, add glitter and things I found around the house, and I would feel so excited to give my mom or dad this like beautiful card that I made, because as children we don't have money, and so we were able to make things and create things from what we had or what we could find. And that mindset was so precious because it was the thought that we put into the gift, right? And our parents we're always so happy and so grateful to receive those thoughtful gifts because it was worth so much to them, right? That little card or that thing that you made or that you took time and effort and thought, that was energy that you put into it, right? That gift was priceless to your mom or dad because it was the gift of the heart. It was the gift of love. And that's really what I felt, when the fairies were bringing me all these things like the flowers. It was the little things. It was the simple pleasures. And in that moment, as they were bringing me more things, I just wanted to share my love with all of them. I felt so full. Like with every gift that they brought, every little thing they thought to like share with me, my heart felt fuller and fuller and fuller. And I started to feel like I was overflowing with abundance and love and the richness of life. And I started to want to celebrate with them. And so then we got up and we started dancing. And we started, dancing around and holding hands. And it was like this joyous celebration, right? And then I started to really feel like, wow, we have so much to share. We have so much to give. And the fairies were like asking me, what do you have to share, Rosalie? And I thought about it for a second and I thought, wow, I could keep this journey to myself. I could really like receive it. But if I don't share it with you all, then it's like, it's a gift that I received that I feel so full with that I now am not sharing with others. So I'm like, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna share this gift that I received, because abundance isn't just monetary. It's not just about the price tag. It's so much more than that. It's a mindset. It's a belief. It's an energy. It's a feeling. And so the fairies really wanted to convey and communicate that with me today, how, our culture really creates and sets us up for lack mindset. We always feel like we don't have enough, we're barely getting by, everything costs so much, and we're never able to keep up with it. But what the fairies were showing me is that even if all I had to share was one potato, right? Let's say that what I have to share is one potato, and I bring that to the community, to the celebration. I don't show up there thinking, man, all I have is one stupid potato, right? No, it's how can I share this so that we can all, pool together and really feel like the joy of giving and sharing with others. Like sharing is caring, right? And so suddenly that one potato is someone else, brought onions, and someone else brought carrots, and now we're making this beautiful soup. And that's abundance, right? Like true abundance mindset is not feeling like just because I only have one potato, it doesn't mean that I am not rich. Because sometimes it's about what we have to share and what we have to give and how we come together to really create more abundance. And this is really like what I feel with these platforms, and how, when I take the time to share these messages or offer a meditation, it's from this space of I have so much to share and give because this is my abundance, right? These messages and these downloads and these ideas and different things that I'm receiving from the universe, it's pure abundance, right? Given straight to me to share with others. And so as I share and as I communicate these ideas and transmissions, it touches each one of you and helps you to expand your consciousness. And then it ripples out, and now I'm impacting, so many more different people than just myself. And so this is the sort of mindset shift that I feel that we need to have as human beings, is really the message of how we can feel abundant with what we have it doesn't have to be monetary. It's what we have to give, what we have to share, what we have to offer. And true abundance, that comes from the richness of our heart and soul. We all come into life as abundant beings. We all come in with a rich resource of things that we can share and offer and give to people. And even if that's just our love, right? And that's not, even, like, I don't even mean to say those words like it's not enough. Love is the most amazing, powerful gift that we can give someone. I think it's just really our perception has been so conditioned by this experience that money is the most important thing because it's been tied to our survival for so long. And so the medicine that's really, coming through today from the fairies is the beauty and joy of first connection. That is rich, right? When we celebrate and come together with the people we love, no, that's priceless, right? It gives you so much. It fills you up. It fills up your soul. Like, it fills up your heart. And also being able to receive with an open heart. Being able to truly sit there, and receive. Like when you sit under the sun and you're like, I'm open to receiving. I'm open to receiving. When you put that out there to the universe, you actually start to feel the energy, moving through you. You're receiving it. You're connecting with it. You're letting the universe know that, yeah, I'm open to receiving. And then the message is, sharing is caring. Sharing this message with all of you equally brings me so much joy. It gives my heart purpose. It gives me this sense of fulfillment in being able to give and share with all of you beautiful people. And that is always, when you give from your heart and you give from that space of joy and connection, it will always come back to you. Whether in the moment of just being happy to share, or, in the gratitude that you receive from others, whether it's your kind words, when you leave a comment and you thank me for sharing the message and for showing up here and really helping you to see things from a different perspective and how that really impacted you. That is a gift. Don't discount the energy and time that you put into writing a message to someone, thanking them, right? We have to start perceiving wealth differently. We have to start perceiving wealth and abundance through different channels, and to stop associating wealth with just money, right? And I think that's been the biggest thing for all of us here, is that it's so drilled into our heads that we need monetary transactions. We need money to feel abundant. We just don't. That's just one aspect of it. That's one part of this experience. But if we simply just focus on the money aspect, I promise you, you'll always feel like you don't have enough, no matter what, because with how things are right now in the financial system, there never seems to be enough. Everything's always going up. Prices are always going up. Things are always becoming more expensive. And you will feel like you're on a hamster wheel trying to catch up. So even if you only have one potato, that's amazing. One potato is something to share and offer that can now create this amazing soup that if we all come together, that there is so much to go around, right? So we have to shift the way that we think about things. And yeah, the main message that the fairies just really wanted to share is that just practicing really finding joy in life's simple pleasures, right? Like receiving from the sun, receiving that beautiful conversation with that person that we had on the bus, right? How do we start to perceive and see the abundance in our lives in the simplicity of everyday things? How do we start to see and count our blessings and start to perceive our world differently? And I think that's when things really start to shift. When we stop seeing what we don't have and we start seeing what we do have. So I hope that this message really reached your heart and, brought you some beautiful, like, golden nuggets. And I think I will create a meditation for this. So please join me on my YouTube channel, The Rainbow Goddess. And I want to guide you through this meditation of how to receive, how to feel like full, how to feel rich, wealthy, and abundant in your life. Because this is such a huge, important aspect of really living a life that is meaningful, that feels joyful and connected, and also creates more abundance for ourselves and the people who are around us. So thank you so much for listening, for watching. I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.